Look, guys, it's the trans reunion. Ooh, what ball's coming to this meeting? Oh, wait, I think I know what's about to happen here. Yeah, I think this was a little bit of a misunderstanding. These balls aren't talking about the same trans reunion. This is the ultra rare Transnistria ball, which is actually a pretty crazy cameo because I don't think I've ever seen him in a post before. So Transnistria is an unrecognized breakaway state that is internationally recognized as a part of Moldova, and this whole thing has actually been going on for quite a long time. The Council of Europe actually defines this territory as under military occupation by Russia, so that would explain why they're trying to do any sort of trans reunion. Transnistria would really like to do a union with this place. The spotlight has actually been put back on this territory after the Russian invasion of Ukraine. It is a bit tense again, kind of important to know the difference, to say the least. The Soviet Union smashing Poland, the Soviet Union smashing Estonia, Latvia, and soon to be Lithuania. You are know how this go, comrade. Make easy and turn around. Yeah, says Romania. Sharp pain in my Kremlin. Oh, wait, it's 1991. You're not looking so good, USSR. He's asleep. Save us before he's reanimated. Quick, let us join, let us join. Okay, says NATO. Why are you still my friend and make threat me, as the Soviet Union has been reanimated as just Russia? And so goes the story of NATO. A lot of countries chose to join NATO after the USSR dissolved in 1991. I'm sure the 50 years under their boot kind of had something to do with that. The initial NATO members was Italy, Portugal, France, the lowland countries, the UK. This was back in 1945. Sorry, that's 1949. And obviously this NATO expansion map is first going to reflect the Cold War. You can literally see the divide throughout the continent at that time, especially because West Germany joined in 1952 and East Germany, it took them like 4 decades later. So as countries like Romania, Poland, and even the Balkan states who aren't even in here, they were just literally a part of the Soviet Union. These places were all a part of the Warsaw Pact up until the very end of the Cold War. So as soon as the USSR exploded into a million pieces, a lot of these places didn't want to have anything to do with Russia. Hungary, the Czech Republic, Poland joined in 1999, and then Romania and the Baltic states, which were now free, joined in 2004. This all comes at a time as Finland is literally slated to be the next member of NATO. Sweden's gonna have to kind of wait. Things have kind of backfired for Russia, hasn't it? Hi, NATO. We wants to join you, says Sweden. Meanwhile, Russia's in the corner. Sure thing. Wait a bit. I need every clay to agree. A while later. Looks like Hungary and Turkey are not really agreeing. How is goes? Asks Sweden and Finland. I have political issues. Hungary and Turkey don't want you in. Let me in NATO, says Sweden and Finland to Hungary with their I Heart Russia sign. Maybe's will let you in. Maybe's no. Asks laters. What is Hungary? One of those like magical 8 balls? They're not really giving us a direct answer. Throw Poland at it. How could you betray our brotherhood? You help Russia, as Poland screams at Hungary. Okay, now let me in NATO. Only Finland. Why not me? Asks Sweden. You criticized me. You said I was becoming dictatorship because you is. How dares you? Meanwhile, Sweden's getting really angry. Let's go to Turkey. Also, let's switch. I'm on bottom now. Let into NATO. Not until you give me your bad people. What? You want me to put innocent people into grave danger? No ways. Meanwhile, Finland says, okay. Congratulations, Finland, for joining the military alliance of protection from evil dictatorship. Happiness. Maybe Sweden is not so happy though. This was one summary of the chaos that has been going on in the NATO application process for Sweden and Finland. Going to assume Finland felt a bit more of the heat since they directly border Russia. They've also been previously invaded by Russia in the previous century. I'm sure they didn't forget that either. I'm now just realizing just how many maps are going to be out of date the moment Finland joins NATO. So many of these images are going to age like milk. Is this how Finland won as the happiest place on Earth for the 6th time in a row? I guess NATO membership can do that to you. Finland again, says Denmark. What be secret, responds Iceland as they look at the happiness report of 2023. And again, as I said, Finland has won 6 years in a row. Hey, says Denmark, how are you so happy? I get in sauna and beat the sad out of myself with birch branches. Oh, also, I has alcohol. Sometimes it's the little things in life. It really can just come down to something like that. They have a low bar for happiness. They don't need much. Nordic countries top the list as a whole though. Finland, Denmark, and Iceland, like we said. Then it was Israel, the Netherlands, Sweden, Norway. Seems like the more north you go, the happier you are. Although one outlier is Australia and New Zealand. Or maybe it's just like snow. Do you need snow to be happy? Because Switzerland ranked pretty high as well. America's only at a 6.9% happiness. Why is India so unhappy? They're pretty low, but not as low as Afghanistan. I think they might have got the lowest on the list. Sounds like what I need to do immediately is find the nearest sauna and get a drink at the same time. Look what I buy for Valentine's, Japanese? Valentine was by months ago, responds Israel. Yeah, but only now was discount for chocolate. Discount, says Israel off screen. Oh, that's how they fall in love. It's weird that we don't see these two country balls, or should I say two country cubes, together more often. They actually have a lot of things in common. That post features Israel as well as the Jewish Autonomous Oblast in Russia, and pretty much everyone's fascinated by their flag. It is one of the two official Jewish jurisdictions in the world. Of course, like we said, the other one being Israel. But 162,000 people live here as well. It really is true love. They should be featured more together. Most unintelligible Japanese. What do you think this is? You have one stroke that's wrong, which makes it completely unintelligible. How could you be so dumb, child? Meanwhile, this translates to air, atmosphere, spirit, or mind. Meanwhile, least unintelligible, cursive, Cyrillic, random squiggly noises responding back. So true, says Bulgaria to Russia. You just can't beat random squigglies. I had no idea how easy it is to write in Cyrillic. I'm literally already perfect at it. There's actually a lot of memes already about this, joking about Russian cursive. It literally kind of looks all the same. This seems like a nightmare to learn, but I'm guessing because, you know, in the English language, we don't really use cursive that much anymore. Is it the same for Russia or not really? How does one even... I don't know. Where do I even begin? Sometimes I wonder if the kids of the future will really even be signing their names anymore. Oh yeah, students have already stopped being taught cursive writing in Common Core standards. I wonder how much longer this is going to be a problem. I'm the last person to be criticizing unintelligible writing. I literally write like a toddler. This isn't like the joke paper that I used to make fun of Cyrillic either. This is literally my handwriting. It says Countryballs and subscribe. Also nuclear programs. Ooh, look, the Spanish Civil War just before WW2. Guten Tag, Spain. I would like to give you some ammo and tanks. You're doing this for good intentions, though, also, Italy, right? Yeah, good intentions. Gracias, says España back. A little bit seems sus, but I need it. Moments later, Republican Spain has been defeated, and Francisco Franco has taken over, or basically the fascists. Couple years later, so, will you join the Axis? Me can't. Still recovering from El War. Okay, well, consider our request, please. Here's the chaos of WW2 happening in the background. Meanwhile, Spain reading the news about Pearl Harbor being attacked. Cut to the end of WW2, and Germany's been split apart. Now there's two, and they have different papas. I stayed neutral during WW2, so can I get some economic aid? Oh, chap, I have something way better for you. Gibraltar, they say? No, way better. Oh, they've been smashed into the embargo box. Puta madre. I don't know why I always have loved the subject of Spain during WW2. Technically, after their civil war, they were a fascist country. There was a lot of discussion on if they were going to join the Axis. Imagine in 1942 if not only Germany had the help of Italy, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, but even Spain and the Iberian Peninsula as well. That would mean that there would literally be only a couple of pockets that were not Axis controlled. Turkey, Portugal, Ireland, of course the UK, Iceland, Sweden. You gotta remember also most of Africa was under control of the Axis too. This would have been a pretty crazy map right here. Francisco Franco, the leader of Spain at this time, did offer to join the team in 1940. He wanted some economic aid in return though. The problem was also that Hitler worried if Spain did join the Axis, that Spain would not be able to fight off the British, giving them a new foothold in the European continent. Because at this point, the UK was kind of banished to their little island, but if the Spanish joined and they had just got out of their civil war, so they really weren't prepared to fight, then the British could maybe make gains here, and then they could push up through south of France. This also could have spread Germany out even more thin because they'd have to go to Iberia to help protect their coastline as well. It's kind of a messy situation. So Spain never joined, and then after WW2, embargo box happened. There's actually just so much more that goes into it. Ooh, time to play EU4. What the frick, says Denmark. Meanwhile, as a tiny Swedish ball pops out of their screen. I guess I'll just play Minecraft then. What is this? Meanwhile, another Swedish ball pops out of their screen. Fine, I'll just listen to music then. Oh no, I see where this is going. Maybe I need to sit down, says Denmark ball. Did you get these headphones from IKEA? Sit on me, says Sweden. Yeah, Denmark definitely deserves to be terrified here. So this is a poor Danish ball just trying to enjoy his life, not realizing all these things come out of their rival country, Sweden. Of course, Spotify was founded in Stockholm, Sweden in 2006. Mojang, who made Minecraft, is also a Swedish video game developer. And then finally, the creators of EU4 and other games like Hoi 4, Paradox Studios, they are also located in Stockholm, Sweden. No matter what Denmark does, they are reminded of the annoying Swedes up there. I think this last panel is also a reference to IKEA because they want to be sat on. What is this, IKEA furniture that didn't take 12 plus hours to make? Yeah, unfortunately, the Danes just can't ever escape this. At least they have Lego on their side, though. Wait, the Swedes even make headphones too? The moon moon sometime soon. This is Bratwurst preparing for landing. This is Burgerland. Let's conquer this again. Even China going to the random rock that floats around Earth as well. Wait a minute. What's moving over there? Says this American astronaut. Oh, it's you. Wait, no Germans on the dark side of the moon? I think I've seen this one before. Oh, right. I forgot about these, says Germany. Did you really? Freaking moon? No Germans escaped to the moon? The theories were true and you just forgot about it? Getting ripped into halves will do that to you. Okay, I guess they kind of have a point. What's next? Are the Soviets here as well? Responds the Americans. Meanwhile, on Mars. Huh. My ears are into ringing as they're on their little Martian colony. Of course, if you feel your ears are ringing, that means someone is talking about you. Now we just need to figure out exactly where Imperial Japan is at. So many countries around the world have plans to return to the moon within the next 10 years. And there's always been these crazy theories that there have been no Germans that went and hid on the dark side of the moon. Remember that we always see the same side of the moon. There's a whole other side that we don't really know about. There's actually a 2012 film called Iron Sky, which discussed no Germans on the dark side of the moon. I guess it's safe to say if the no Germans somehow made it to the moon in 1945, then more than likely some Soviets probably did make it to Mars and they're starting their first colony. Maybe they escaped after 1991 and they already have like, you know, atmosphere and stuff growing. Oh yeah, that would explain the whole red planet naming. Why not summer come yet? Says Finland in the cold. One perpetual winter later. Ooh, look, a single flower. Finally, it's summertime. Summer is here. Meanwhile, bzzz, bzzz, bzzz. Holy mother of... Why not winter come yet? As Finland is screaming and crying and running away. May not live in Finland, but I can definitely understand this. I think a lot of places around the world can kind of understand this. Winter is not fun because it's cold and everything is dead, but at the very same time, everything is dead, which is good. When everything's alive, everything can be alive. Too much alive. I love how everyone can relate to this. And then we all wait for winter to come around and the cycle continues. It really doesn't help when your nation has a ton of lakes, which is going to let the mosquitoes thrive. Finland has over 56,000 lakes and over 76,000 islands. The only place more than that is Sweden, so I can't imagine their mosquito problem. It's not even close to summer yet and I'm already dreading this problem. And big thanks to my patrons. Help, this is the real Drew. I was kidnapped and that's the imposter.
Drew's Argentinian
The slow,
grandpa.
depressing Portugal collapse has begun.
Bryton
Follow
Is,
amateur
Archaeology,
is alive.
JohnDenver,
KirinoIsBestGirl,
Phresh Animations,
TheGreatRalphy,
the Polish-Lithuanian
Commonwealth.
Commonwealth.
His ransom is 5
ZaneyBoi,
fish,
and why am I doing this?
308 Negro Arroyo Lane.